I was here beating my chest why I haven't learned how to speak French. So they actually taught us French in primary school. Why can't I just learn how to speak this French? Like I found the benefits of getting basic knowledge in French when I actually visited Benin Republic. It hit me badly. So, guys, I'm going to continue from my last episode. If you missed my last episode, I would love you go back. But for now, let's do some recap on it. Okay? Guys, okay, here is the front of the place where I actually came out, because this is Carrefour Ajedo. This is the place where I actually lodged, and the good thing about that place is that you can actually visually see people there. The Igbos are there, Yoruba people are few, and Benin Republic people are there too. So basically you can see that you can actually understand some people in some environment. So the Carrefour Ajedo is just like a home of all, because most of the businesses I'm seeing there are owned by Igbo people, and I was just so impressed on how Igbos are just dominating this particular place. Upon is a French speaking country, and people are still coming there for business. Twale for the Igbo people. Anyway, let's get back to business. So this time I am coming to visit the almighty, the Amazon, the queen of all victories. So let me tell you the history of this Benin Republic beautiful sculpture, whatever. Sculpture is a beautiful, amazing sculpture that I was thrilled looking at it from when I was coming to this place. So I actually entered by coming to this place at 700 CFA or 700 francs. That's about 1,500 naira from Carrefour Ajedo down to this place, and I'm thrilled. Now let me tell you the genesis of this sculpture. My bad, this is not a sculpture. This is actually a 30-meter tall statue, a 30-meter monument. It's not a sculpture. It's honoring fierce warriors who stand tall in Benin, representing courage, bravery, and patriotism. So this 30-meter tall statue is made of bronze and metal, and is a testimony to the enduring legacy of the Dahomey. Guys, can you remember the film The Woman King? If you haven't seen it till now, you have to go back and see what that was portrayed there. What was represented there is 100% what this Benin 30 meters Amazon is representing. Now let me tell you the origin. So this story of the Amazon of Benin Republic is deeply rooted in the history of the kingdom of Dahomey. It is a powerful and wealthy empire that flourished in West Africa from the 17th to the 20th century, and is located present day in Benin. This kingdom was founded by the Fon people and was renewed by its formidable army, which included the legendary all-female warriors known as the Dahomey Amazons. So this place, you're not paying a dime to see this. So it's actually free, and if you want to visit this place in the Republic, just visit between the dry season November to March, so you can enjoy the optimal weather condition. So this monument is accessible by car and public transportation with beautiful parking facilities. So the environment is still under construction. Wow, see the waves from there.
actually coming from my Wi-Fi area, the Wi-Fi area where I buy Wi-Fi, because they call Wi-Fi Wi-Fi here. Wi-Fi so far it's actually 200 francs and it lasts for 24 hours. So I'm actually coming from the Wi-Fi area. So I'm heading back to the accommodation where I am. So, and as you can see, everywhere is kind of quiet. Everywhere is kind of quiet. So the thing is that I'm actually enjoying my stay in this place, unlike where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? So this place, their road is very good, and I'm going to do a rundown of my experience in Benin Republic. So stay tuned. beach from here.
Voilà, ils vont passer.